Alrighty, hi there, it's Clip again, or Archangel Zibkiel. And the next thing I wanted to go through with you guys is, now we went through kind of lesson 1 there, and we've gone through the kind of the overall things, like, you know, why are you here, what is your purpose, and how to speak the language of the universe, so that, or get your controller, and how you navigate your way through the universe, or how it works. So now what I wanted to go through is really just some of the rules to the game. Now, one of the main things, or things that are in your arsenal, or what you're actually working with, because we all know that we come into this life and we have our physical body. We are born with our physical bodies, and we are born with our minds, or our level of consciousness. And that is all we have, and from there we build off of that and, you know, develop who we are and develop our lives and so forth from there. Now, there's so much more that we actually have. And if we understand what we have, just like if you're playing a video game and let's say you're playing God of War or Mario Kart or something like that, when you start your game, you're going to have certain things. Like in Mario Kart, you may collect bananas, or I don't know how that actually works, to be honest. I'm not really a Mario kind of person. But I do like God of War or Prince of Persia or things like that when I'm playing games, like way back when. I can't stand them now. But anyway, that's what I was, you know, you come in, your character normally has one tool that they can use, whether that be a pickaxe, a sword, or whatever, and you have a few things that you have. Now, in this game, we have our 5 bodies. Now, a lot of us believe that we only have our physical body and our mind, and that's not actually true. We come into this world with 5 bodies, and each of these bodies has a purpose and a significant contribution to the kind of experience we are going to have in life. So I'm going to go through these in order of how you should be managing them. So the first body that we have is our physical body. And of course, our physical body is the flesh, the blood, right here. That's our physical body. The second body we have is our, we're going to go with, yes, our conscious body. All right. So our conscious body is what I'm using in order to speak to you right now. It is, or I can also say, your ego, too. The conscious body is also your ego. And I will go into more about ego, because I know when a lot of people are thinking, like, it's such a big ego, and they just think, you know, that you're self-centered, or your ego is like, yeah, you know, like, you're arrogant, and you're so forth, like ego. That's not exactly what it is, but I will go through that as well. But that, you can also say your conscious body is also your ego. It is what we use to communicate with the world. Our third body that we have is our emotional body. Now, our emotional body is, and I always use this term, if you're watching The Lion King, you know it is simply a cartoon. You know it is simply pixels and colors and single lines creating something, and voice actors just talking. You know what it is. But yet, why do we cry when Mufasa dies? It's a cartoon. Why do we cry? And it's because our emotional body is connecting and it takes over. Our emotional body is really, really important, but that is what it is. It is your sense of body that is apart from your consciousness, that cannot necessarily be controlled by your consciousness, but reacts because it's one of your bodies. Just the same way your physical body, if you scratch it, you're going to feel pain, right? Same with your emotional body. If you scratch it, you're going to feel some sort of pain or pleasure, depending on where you're scratching, right? So you have in your emotional body. Then you have 4, which is your subconscious. Your subconscious body is responsible for running everything while you are not aware of it. So Your subconscious body is literally what keeps you breathing at night, because you do that automatically. It's what makes you blink. It's what makes you feel, maybe makes you feel guilty if you've done something bad and you didn't address it. It is, your subconscious is what literally makes you, karma, I guess you can say, if you believe in karma. It will make you pay for your mistakes so if you were raised in a very, very straight and narrow home, and you know you got into trouble, and let's say you went to the store and you stole a candy and you feel dreadfully guilty about it. Your subconscious is what is making you feel very, very guilty about it, because it's one of the things that ensures that we learn our lesson and that we continue on with our personal purpose and also our purpose to the world. It's what keeps us on track, because you got to think, if we didn't have something to make us feel guilty, or to keep reminding us that we took that candy or something like that, then we wouldn't learn anything. So we need to feel the consequence. Like, you know, a sociopath who says things and doesn't understand why people react in a negative way, is their subconscious is not really, their subconscious is just totally cool, not really working in that sense. Well, it still works, the body still, you know what, disregard that part. But that was a bad analogy. Sometimes I get them good, sometimes I get them bad. But that's what your subconscious is. And there's loads of things. Your subconscious, a lot of people, is just ruling your life right now. Or it is, you're running from your subconscious, or running off of your subconscious. And your fifth body is your source fractal, or your, you can also call this your, I'm not going to say your astral body, but your spirit. Also known as your heart. And that is your body. Now, the reason why I've put them in order of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is because you need to, or should I say, like I mentioned, everything is frequency. We're all energy, and we're all vibrating at a certain frequency. Something in a lower vibration is a lot more dense and is very grounded to earth, and something that is of a higher frequency is lighter, you know, because we're vibrating faster. That's why when water cools down, it is ice. When it heats up, it's steam. And when it's balanced, it's water. So we're all vibrating at different stages. Our physical body is our lowest vibration, but also your conscious and your physical body can also be vibrating pretty low. So if you are putting junk into your physical body and not taking care of it properly, it's going to vibrate really low because it doesn't have enough energy to vibrate faster. Subsequently, if your conscious body is of a low vibration, you're tending to be a negative thinker, or somebody that can't seem to get up out of bed in the morning, depression and so forth like that. So that is, those ones will vibrate fairly at the same level. Your emotional body and your subconscious body, those can also vibrate at the same level, because your subconscious controls also your emotional body, right? So that's why if you've done something bad, it's going to make you feel guilty about it, and that triggers your emotional body. Now your source fractal is literally your heart, your spirit, the real you that's so free, and that's at the highest vibration because it is your divine consciousness, or your true self. It is your divinity. So it's vibrating at the highest level of vibration that is available in this game. Well, to a person, you know, like I'm sure if you vibrate other things really fast, maybe, who knows. But anyway, so those are your bodies now. So these are kind of married here, and these can also be married here. But either way, what your goal is to get all of these bodies to vibrate at the same level your source fractal is vibrating. Because if you are vibrating at at the same frequency, and you're tuning your bodies to the same frequency, that is what is required for you to win the game and for you to earn your crown of glory. So with that, what do these bodies actually do. And did I just get, I did, I just got a little bit on the wall. Alright, so in the next video I'm going to go on to what does your physical body actually do? Or I'm going to go through all the 5 bodies. So what do they mean and what do they actually do? How do you take care of them? And what are the things they're going to do that's not going to take care of them too bad? Or not going to be good for them? Alrighty.